Patrick,
Um,
Patrick, Patrick, let me say something to you. You see, sometimes we want to say things. Well, let me just go. Now, I give you an example of here. I mean, Joe Biden was once asked a question that during the pandemic you were under your basement. Somebody was asking. I mean, so many of these comedians here, they were making fun of him. And when some of them got to have a one-on-one interview with him, they asked him that question, but he wasn't embarrassed by what.
I'm sure Tinubu will just laugh,
So
Tinubu
my
knew.
point is this. My point is this. We try to make excuses like we've been doing here and other platforms. If Tinubu were to sit for one-on-one, if anybody asked him that there has been some things around your origin and all of that, can you please address that? How does that sound ridiculous to you?
No, no.
Listen,
Something around the origin, no. If somebody says something around the origin,
I won't actually ask him that. Where were you born? That kind of a thing. I was phrasing
something around the origin. I'll tell him to bring it up. What was the issue?
Okay, then I'll
What's
bring
the
it
issue
up.
around? Are you saying I'm not a Nigerian? Are you saying I'm not?
But then you are making it sound like.
Let me add this. Rational mind. You recall, of course, you recall that whole phase of if Buhari was Jubril or not. You remember for years and years, and they were inviting them that if it's not Jubril, and they were saying it's also dead, that if it's not dead, they want a doctor's certificate. So if Buhari was then sat in the front of a journalist, is the journalist then to be asking him if he's dead or not, or if he's Jubril or not?
Well,
it's just dumb.
It's just ridiculous, isn't it?
It's like making a mockery of Nigeria.
That's a different situation.
How is it different? It's the same. It's the exact same parallel.
Okay, no,
it's as ludicrous as each other.
It's not ludicrous. No, this is a man vying for an office, for a political office.
Is your name Tinubu? They will ask him because is that not one of the questions?
Listen, I'm not so
stupid. Is your name Tinubu?
Listen, if I were to be the anchor, maybe this guy we're mentioning, this guy on Arise, what's his name? Somebody can it's too not about the other guy.
No, that one is just dumb. It shouldn't be there, really.
No, don't call him dumb. I won't say he's dumb. Sometimes he's too forward with his questions. And as a Yoruba person, I expect him to be more, at least a little bit, we Yorubas way. So if I were to ask him, I would say, sir, we've been hearing so many things about your origin. I don't know if you want to address that once and for all.
So my response would be:
if you ask me,
what were the issues? What were the issues you want me to address? Yeah.
Okay. They said your real name is Amoda and things like that. That the person you claim to be, the family you claim to be, Tinubu.
So I was simply journalists be asking that kind of question now. That's stupid.
Oh my goodness.
No,
your name is like based on what?
I'm Tinubu now. Let me answer him. I will simply say my name is Tinubu. When you invited me to this place, the letter you wrote to me was addressed Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So obviously you know my name is Tinubu.
So of course you answer my question, but what I'm asking you is that I'll ask you that question. I will ask you.
Then you can you provide proof that you are Tinubu? Because
I'm saying you are contradicting yourself because when you addressed me just now as Chief Bola Ahmed Tinubu, simply you know my name. So I don't know why you're asking this question.
Then that settles the answer.
You know the person they should really be questioning about their name and origin.
You would have wasted people's time doing that.
No, don't say that.
Atiku, because Atiku had a change of name. I'm sure you know that.
Atiku?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. So if they should be questioning anybody about their name and origin, is Atiku who changed his name.
No, he never changed his name now.
All right.
Atiku changed his name.
Atiku changed his name.
From what to what? I'm not aware of that.
Well, you are not aware doesn't mean it didn't happen.
I'm not saying it's not. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying.
And it's not. There's nothing wrong in having a change of name.
What was his real birth name? His birth name. What was his real birth name? You guys have.
I can't recall, but I can check it for you.
I
think we've discussed it quite a few times. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's really nothing strange in changing.
Both of them are Nigerian. That's what matters. Both of them are Nigerian.
So, I mean, if you are going to ask origin and say, okay, it's obvious you know I'm from Nigeria. My name is Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It was in the letter you sent to me. So, if I answer that, you probably would have succeeded in wasting people's time, And then
wait, this is someone that was a senator, and this is someone that was a governor, and now you're asking for the person's name. I mean, come on.
Listen, guys. There are people there who wants to know out there. have
Come
been
on,
fed
man.
so many lies.
Those people must have been born yesterday.
Yeah, no. People have been fed many lies.
Sorry, rational mind.
Go on.
As the Tinubu family, which is a prominent name in Nigeria, have they come to distance their family from him?
There's a member who have spoken to that. One of the Tinubu
Remember.
down in Saleko.
Do you know,
Yeah.
fractional mind? Do you know last week the entire Tinubu family organized a prayer for him, and they were all present. It was, I think it was in, I don't know whether it was City Hall or somewhere that they had the entire Tinubu family. You know, it's a big family. They
Yeah.
all came together in a hall, and with the
I'm not
head
aware of
of
that.
the
I don't know that.
family.
I don't know where did you
Yeah,
have that?
no, I
Yeah, that's
saw
the
that.
way of
I
that.
saw
I
it
mean,
myself. It's not as if somebody. I saw it. It was televised, and
televised?
the head.
Is it
Yes,
on YouTube or where?
no, it was in the news. It was the
It was in the
television.
news now.
Okay, you saw it.
Okay.
I saw it.
Yeah.
The both male, all the old women, the old men, the overall head of the family, one man like that was there,
Hmm.
He prayed for
and
him in
You
Yoruba.
they
also
pray
pray
for
for
him
him,
in Yoruba.
not Tinubu.
That's the family.
I mean, you
So,
people
and
just. I'm not.
actually, if you have
I'm just
seen
playing along with you guys. What
my
you're
brother,
saying.
if you have seen
I don't
Wale
really buy it.
Tinubu, if you have seen Wale Tinubu, that Orlando chief executive,
I've been
and
saying that on this
and you
platform
see
for
Bola Ahmed
months.
Tinubu, you will know this guy is this boy's younger
They
brother.
look alike. I know they look alike.
That guy,
They look alike.
is not the nephew of Bola Ahmed. That guy is the younger brother of Bola Ahmed. I'm very sure.
Even Oyetola looks. I mean, they have a similar. I mean, there's this resemblance between Oyetola and.
If you
Yeah, but they
see
are all
that
from the
Wale
film. So,
Tinubu,
so what's the question then?
if you
I
see
don't get
Wale,
it.
before then I used to think, is this Bola Tinubu's son? Somebody say is the nephew. Eventually, someone very close to me said it's actually the younger brother of, but that police commissioner, former police commissioner, was actually the father of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. If that man was the father of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, then obviously Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the age he claims to be. Probably the age he claims to be.
So how do we now reconcile that with his daughter that is claiming to be 60?
Who
Oh
told
my
you the
God!
daughter?
Now rational mind.
That girl,
She's
what you just said there,
46.
one of
It's
my
46, not
niece or
60.
one of my friends told me, I said that girl that they call Yaloja, she's not even more than a babe I can toast on the street. I'm telling you.
So you're
I'm
saying
telling you, she shouldn't be
not
older
that age?
than my wife.
Are you saying she's
She's a
not that age?
young girl.
They say she is. Is that what you're saying?
She's 46. Rational
Nobody
mind.
said
This
that girl.
Tinubu
That's what I'm
derangement
saying.
syndrome. You need to let it
That
go.
girl
Honestly,
Why do you
should
have to?
be.
Why do you have to characterize this derangement? What you just said now? I'm throwing
Tinubu
out the question.
derangement syndrome.
Hold on,
Like, come
friend,
on.
friend.
There's some things
All right,
that
all right.
that
Listen,
that
listen.
defy logic.
I've
My brother,
never listen.
you
I've never given you reasons for you to be offensive. The way you're coming at me right now.
It's
no
not. I'm
sorry,
not
No,
coming
You
sorry.
at
label
you,
it
but
deranged. Listen,
it's
listen.
the
Look
nature
at
of
the
the
word.
questions you're asking.
Look
It's
at
kind
your
of like
choice of word.
ridiculous.
No, look at your choice. We're having a conversation
No,
collaterally.
sorry, fractional
And
mind.
for the fact that we're having a
That's
conversation does not
I
mean you should
apologize. I
characterize
apologize.
what
Yeah,
I
I
just said
apologize.
in the way you did, calling it Tinubu derangement. Can I say the same
On
thing?
what basis
Hold
do
on,
you
hold
call
on,
his
hold on.
daughter
Can I,
60 if
can I
it's
say
not
the same
derangement?
to you? The way you
On
attack,
what
Fractional mind,
basis?
that
the way
apology,
you attack
please.
OP here every time. Do I label you as being deranged?
You
Do I
can
ever do
say
that?
that. I won't mind. Now, what?
No.
There's
But then you
nothing
need to
wrong.
watch the choice of word.
No,
Because
fractional mind. Sorry
some of
about
us don't
that.
do well with
Sorry about that.
I would perceive perception, I would perceive things. Don't use that word because if we're having a conversation, we're having a conversation because we want to know. Somebody just
Oh,
said, I think
Fractional mind.
name.
Sorry about
Well,
that.
all
Sorry
right.
about that.
Apologies,
Goodness.
rational mind. If you were offended by the choice of words, but I think it's just exasperation. People they are almost clutching at just the sort of conversations we have. They are asking you, is his age his real age? Well, you have to go and ask him that because he had a colloquium. He has colloquiums every birthday to acknowledge and celebrate that milestone. So it's not as though his age is a mystery. So if you know anything to the contrary, and then is his name his real name? You know what I mean? People just get fed up with that. When somebody is vying for the presidency, they're asking for his primary school cert. When the guy he graduated with honors from a decent university and has gone on to have a stellar career both in private and public and the public sector. And you say, yeah, but it's primary school. Is it really is he in Ibadan? Where are his schoolmates? You know, people just get
His
exasperated
daughter
by
is
that.
60. I
His
mean,
daughter
on
is
what
60.
Fractional mind.
basis?
Fractional mind. Do you know? Let me just try to say this, maybe to help you put it to rest. People that are saying that the daughter is 60 something, they are saying Bola Tinubu is about 86, 87. What they are simply saying is that that guy is almost older than Obasanjo and that is close to the same age with General Gowon. Do you understand? Does it really flow? You
Yeah.
are saying the guy is almost the same age with General Gowon.
Because
He's
you
close
have to
to,
be that
he's
age, you have a
probably
60
older
year
than
old.
He's older than Babangida, older than Abdul Salam Abubakar. He's older. You understand? He's the same age with MK Abiola.
I mean, there are pictures of the guy with Dele Momodu in the
No, let's even
90s in all
forget.
over.
Are you telling
I
me that
mean,
guy is the same age with, got close to the same age with General Gowon, you know, with
it's ridiculous.
MQ
On
Abiola
that
or
part, can I
Basanjo?
say something? Can I say something? See,
Yeah.
rational mind. Let's look at it this way. We all made that mistake, right? When we believe all those rumors that his daughter was this, all those things. And at a particular point in time, when we have the fact, I think we should forget about our mistake and should be able to come out that, okay, we got it wrong.
Mm.
Let's look at it this way. If this guy even changed his name and used that name to travel to America and use that name to school in America and still use that name to work for Mobile or all those international organizations that they work for, he used that name to become the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I think by now,
That becomes his name now.
consistency in that alone should be enough. When they wrote America about his record, if America could pull that record out, they wrote a school about his record. If they could pull that out, and those people that wrote those organizations, they didn't tell you that they used Amuda to have that name. I think by now we should just forget about
You
this.
see,
Rational mind, do you have a screen in front of you?
I'm watching you guys. I'm here. I'm in front of mine.
All right. I want to show you something. This is a picture of Tinubu back in those governorship days. So to the furthest right, you can see Aregbesola, the unmistakable face of Oshibanjo. You can see that Tinubu right there. I don't know who this lady is, but if you look at those faces, just from the optics alone, these are people in roughly the same age bracket.
Yeah, I mean, they look like they're in their 40s, late 40s, early 50s.
So how can Oshibanjo be 60 something and Tinubu 109? I mean,
Well, I never said that. Listen.
No,
We are
look
only
at it
having a
now.
conversation. You see, listen. I've said it here on this platform that the only reason why I'm not really for Tinubu is that I've seen so many inconsistencies. With some of which you guys have tried to debunk here, and you've tried to reason with me out of it, which makes sense to look at it that way. Excuse me. So, but then what I'm trying to say is that my current stance now with Tinubu is just I can't go past his mental state of mind now.
Also, we've left to that one now.
No, at the same time, you're questioning his daughter is 60 years old.
I was only saying that, listen, I was only saying what I said concerning his age, his origin, because when Patrick said something, I said, could it be that if we had this guy to sit down and answer some questions from a different person that is not aligned to his political party, that has no political affiliation, that could sit him down and ask some of his questions. But he said it's ridiculous. And I said, are you saying this question is ridiculous? This one question is ridiculous. That question. I'm only putting out the question that is out there in the public domain that a lot of people wants to ask. Not necessarily me per se. But I've gone past all of this. This Amoda thing, whatever, I've gone past it. Like Ola said, that he has been consistent over the years using Tinubu. But my problem is the inconsistencies we've seen.
Do you think he has been consistent? Hold on. Do you think that he has been consistent over the years using the name Tinubu?
Yeah, he has been consistent with that.
Yeah. Do you think that may be because Tinubu is his name? Could that be because Tinubu is
I don't want to argue that part anymore.
My goodness.
He has been consistent over the years with that name. No problem with that. I have no problem with that. But when somebody has so many question marks around him,
his daughter is 61.
Well, that's just how I see it.
The question marks. The question marks are what, for example?
I mean, we can't. I can't be going out. I mean,
Rational, let me ask you a quick question. If his daughter is 61, then how old is Tinubu?
If it what?
98. If his daughter is 61, how old is Tinubu?
Well, I mean, I can't tell you for. I can't tell you.
He had the daughter
So
at 9
maybe
years old.
81.
Because
It will have to be in his mid-80s because the average.
So
Yoruba
that means he
person-
had, if it's mid-80s, so he had the daughter as
it
15.
means he must have had the child in his early 20s. That's what it
Oh,
means.
Maybe
early
25.
20s.
So if you have
So
early 20s,
Tinubu,
So
okay,
that would make him. That would make him early to
86,
mid-80s.
80 something.
86.
which,
That means about the same age with
looking at him
Obasanjo.
right now.
Jesus. This
Look,
is
oh, listen,
That
Nearly
means
as
close
old as
close
Fashion
to,
Monte. Is nearly as
close to
old
the
as
same
Fashion.
age as Pa Adibanjo.
Yes, it's 90 years.
it's exhausting, honestly speaking.
Close to the same age as Pa Adibanjo.
Look at that.
You see,
Rational man. Rational man.
I'm not here. I'm not here to
I-
debate all of this. I've
Rational man.
left all of that behind. I'm just saying that in a
You
conversation.
left it behind.
Yeah, definitely I have. Because
Okay, so what
won't
is
see me
the
bring
issue?
up
I want to convince you now to
one man,
vote
you
Tinubu.
won't see me bring
What
that
is the issue that you have now with Tinubu?
What I discuss here is mental state of mind. With Bubu there,
Okay.
we've
we'll
seen
come
that,
to
that's what I've been consistent with over time. Ever since he got the clenched that ticket of the APC.
What about the clinching of that ticket? Is that against all odds? Is that indicative of somebody that is slowing in function? The way he cleans that ticket,
Well, man,
money or no
you
money?
want us to
Yes.
start with, so let us start going to that. I mean, being a political Maradona is different from you being able to govern a state.
Is that not a function
It's a
of
very
brain?
good-
Is it not a function of brain to be a
He's
political
a very
Maradona?
You see, for the first of all, somebody's boss and
No, is it a function of brain to be a political Maradona?
either function of brain or not. I believe it's not just function of brain alone. He
not function of brain.
He spent a lot of money to get what he got.
And the rest of them were just campaigning.
Wow. One man, I won't allow you to leave me with that question.
No, I'm asking you. You are saying he spent a lot of money. Is
He spent a lot of money.
it alone in doing that?
It could be a function of brain, like you said. But my point is,
no. I'm asking you.
have
What do you
a
think?
function of brain does not translate that you'll be able to successfully govern a state.
Oh, hold on.
Oh,
During that
that's just
primaries,
my
you
point.
know they raised the hands of Ahmed Lawan, and he forced that hand down, and it was Buhari that raised the hand of Ahmed Lawan because
Buhari did not raise his hand.
hold on. Adamu Abdullahi could not have acted in isolation.
Of course, we know that. Yeah.
So it was Buhari that raised that hand. He forced that hand down. Then they raised the hand of Oshibando. He forced that hand down. And they tried to raise the hand of Rutememiti. He forced that hand down. So is that a man in debilitation? Is that a man in debilitation?
Hold on. Let me say this. I'm going to rest my case here. Tinubu is an enigma. I believe that. He's an enigma. It's something you cannot really understand. You cannot really understand his politics, the way he goes about his politics. I give that to him. But my point is that, which I don't know you guys don't see, some people do see that, is we've seen it play with Bubu that is there right now. When I say Bubu doesn't have any brain, he's not a state person, he doesn't even know anything, they just got him there. But I don't want a president whereby every time you'll be in London, every time we'll be in Paris, going for medical check.
Rational mind, quick one. Can a demented person be Lagos Godfather since 2007?
When the country is suffering, and then we put it in hand of a Boko Haram sympathizer like what's his name?
No, don't worry about all that. Now, those are talking points. Those are rehearsed.
Are these not concerns? One man?
No, they're not concerns. They're
not concerns.
No, they are not. You know why they're not? You know why they're not? Because those are rehearsed lines.
No, they're not rehearsed. These are
rehearsed lines now.
It's a pattern.
If you go to Edo Watch, you hear it there. If you go to Simon Nipa, you hear it there. So those what you're saying is not unique or peculiar. They are rehearsed lines that are regurgitated all over the space.
Woman, you will quite agree with me that it's like for some time now, your platform here has been far ahead of certain platforms. Certain permutations we gave here, even you yourself, you talked about the House of Representative, leader of the House of Representative, using your word, the ego has landed. And I can tell you here that so many things we say here, we hear them after many who make it in some other part, maybe on some national TV in Nigeria. So I won't agree with you that what you just said. I said it's something that I no. I'm somebody who analyze the political scene a lot.
No, I'm not saying that you are deliberately regurgitating, but you know, subliminally, it's subliminal messaging, isn't it? And subliminal messaging is usually at its most effective in repetition, because when it's repeated so often, then it resonates and then it takes on a truth of its own.
But subliminal,
what it does, yeah.
But subliminal, you must have,
Yes.
you must have, you must have, how do I say it? I'm looking for the right word. If something is subliminal, you must have heard it somewhere. Somehow you must have seen it somewhere or heard it somewhere for you to go back and go into your subliminal mind.
Yes.
And you regurgitate it that way, and then it becomes but in my own case, I'm saying to you that I studied the political scene. I use prototype. I use what I've seen.
Prototype. What are you talking about? Are you a scientist?
Yeah, I use boo-boo. I see that pattern repeating itself. They say history have a way of repeating itself. That is just my point.
Well, rational mind, can I address a contradiction?
Do you concede that you are looking at it with prejudice?
Can I address a contradiction?
You have a distaste.
Don't label it that way, please. I'm not. It's not
prejudice. Rational mind, can I quickly address a contradiction?
I want the better for us. The best.
Wait, I get it, but let me quickly address.
All right, let's come in. Yeah.
A lot of sometimes what you say is you hate his style in Lagos governance. He still has his hands all over the place. So someone that is demented, how can he have his hands all over Lagos? And Lagos is clearly progressing over all states. So that means he's not incapacitated if he's still able to get results out of Lagos.
Because
for someone that's supposed to be incapacitated.
You want me to answer that question?
It's a contradiction.
Okay.
In one hand is brain dead, in another hand is effective.
Because he has capable hands around him.
So isn't that what you need to be a president?
Hold on. You know Lagos is filled with sharks. Lagos is the price tag.
I think you are just telling him.
Yes, Lagos is the price
tag. That means you are saying he has capacity to assemble capable hands.
Even those capable hands, they are not conceding to him because of any love. It's because of the power that he wields. And if he doesn't have that power to wield by reasons of incapacitation, they will slash him and bin him.
Somebody that tries to slash him, what happened to him?
He savaged him.
So you see, that's
and the savage Fashola too. Fashola had
you almost savage Fashola. So my point is this: you see,
are those not high functioning people? You think those people they will pander to a brain dead person?
Like I said, Tinubu is a good strategist. He has high.
Is that not brain function?
Hold on. You see, the point I'm trying to make is this: you people are not really. I don't see you people are seeing it that way.
Right.
We don't want a national politics, somebody that will be in national politics, that will be under the control of some cabals, which I see in the case of Tinubu.
When have we ever not had that?
And then we see the kind of politics we're seeing. Nigeria will continue being backward.
This is also a contradiction.
If he becomes president, it won't be under the cabal.
But this is also a contradiction. In one hand, Tinubu is the cabal. Now you're saying he's now going to be under the cabal because it's the cabal of Lagos, as you've clearly acknowledged. Now, one way is now a dummy that's now going to be under a cabal. It's contradictory. He clearly defeated the Aso Rock cabal, didn't he? Didn't he? I really don't understand you, honestly. I try my best, but I can't.
Do you think Abubakar Malami wants him on that ticket? Do you think Malam Buhari wants him on that ticket? Do you think Abdullahi Adamu wants him on that ticket? The answer is no.
Of course, we know that. I mean, we said it even before.
Yeah, but he got that ticket anyway. So how did he get it? And it's not money. Forget money.
He's a strategist. I know.
Well, there you are.
And he has the money to spend.
That's a function of brain. That's a function of brain.
Woman, you can't tell me that Tinubu clenched that ticket just because of his strategical mind, the way no, he used money, heavy amount of money. He spent a lot of money because
everybody, you were here when we were covering it. when Oshibanjo was in fact we even played the clip when he was handing out $250,000 in party giveaway bags in Ibadan.
Okay.
And then in another northern state, he increased that to $1 million. Rotimi Amechi, he was doing his in dollars. The whole place was awash with corruption.
Okay.
You know, so
are you saying those people will see money now and then they'll say, okay, we don't want your money. We want to vote for Tinubu because we feel he's the only person that can do it. And
no, you are saying Tinubu bought his way through, but I'm telling you that money played out equally. Maybe somebody got the marginal money, but what won Tinubu was long-standing associations, political maneuverings, a deftness of moves, a quickness of brain. He outmaneuvered Yemi Osinbajo. Till today, Yemi Osinbajo is licking his wounds. Is Yemi Osinbajo a dummy?
Well,
is Yemi Osinbajo a dummy?
I know you can embellish it the way you said it, and it's
but is that
it
not
makes
a
sense.
fact, though?
I agree. It makes sense.
He outmaneuvered Yemi Osinbajo, who a lot of people feel is one of the sharpest brains in the country.
It was whoever who can pay more gets that ticket.
Look at
He
that.
pays heavily for that ticket.
Look at
because
this
just
guy.
enumerated right now that the likes of Amechi paid, this one too pay. Everybody is trying to get the candidate, the delegates to vote for them.
Right.
But whoever pays more is who they. That was what.
Someone like Buhari.
That was what
not to interfere. He said to someone like said to somebody like Rufai. He said to someone like Ganduje to mobilize their delegates.
Don't give me these. Don't give me all these things. I'm way beyond those kind of way of reasoning.
What are you beyond?
What you are saying is that he paid now. He paid Bubu not to take a stand.
Maybe Erufai didn't collect any money from him. But I'm saying to you that the delegates, Erufai is not the only delegate.
Everybody is paying delegates now.
So what are we talking about?
But you could see that you could see for the concession. The Tinubu's ticket was a concession ticket from 9 northern governors. Did he pay those 9
because
northern
they were expecting something in return?
Did he pay them?
But their delegates must be paid.
No, everybody.
Forget the delegates. You are not listening to what Patrick is saying.
The delegates, everybody will pay them. Anybody will pay delegates.
Are the principals.
Okay.
Anybody will pay delegates. Even Atiku will be willing to pay the APC delegate to make sure that Tinubu does not emerge. Even Atiku will be willing to pay APC delegate to make sure that Tinubu does not emerge. So paying delegate is not whoever the delegate votes, they will still get money. You understand? Okay. But the point is that they are leaders. Those leaders of the delegates are the governors. Okay. You can't pay them now. How much do you want to pay the state governor?
Hold on.
How much did you pay Rocha Sokorocha? Do you remember Rocha Sokorocha? He mounted the rostrum too that I will be standing down for Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. How much did they pay Fire?
How much do you think we paid Okorocha?
I'm not saying he paid all these people we're mentioning. These people just made all these governors who are already fed fat. They are fat cats on their own. I'm not talking about the other smaller delegates from their constituency that went.
Everybody paid delegates.
You cannot tell me. Hold on. You cannot tell me that they went into that convention and just voted Tinubu without nothing.
He paid them. But everybody has capacity to pay delegates.
It is part of the strategy.
No, everybody has capacity to pay. No, you are not getting what we are saying. Everybody can pay the delegates. Okay. But the governor have to determine and tell the delegate who to collect money from.
Exactly. I agree with you.
So how much did he pay the governor to make that decision?
Thank you, because the governors, they knew that they would have something in return on their own. Maybe when it
if they supported another candidate and that candidate matched, would they not get something in return?
Yes, that's the deal with every candidate. Do you think they will give their back? If
they supported Lawani and Lawan emerged, do you think they will not get something in return?
If they supported Oshibanjo, it will still be the same thing.
I'm not in their mind.
You know politics.
It's like that.
You know politics.
You just want to stream me along with you. You just accept your view.
People are trying to. Okay. Well, no. What Patrick is saying, which I concur with, is that it is essentially the state governors that move their delegates. Those were where the power play was, and Tinubu power plays to them to get them on board. So you cannot say he bribed Ganduje, El Rufai, etc. Fayemi. So it would have been a convincing argument based on long-standing relationship. Somebody like Kayode Fayemi, you would think he's naturally, instinctually inclined towards Yemi Osinbajo because they fit in the same sort of mold. But he bowed to Tinubu. So why was that?
Like I said, I'm not in the mind, but I
Oh,
will
okay.
speculate. Hold on. Because what we're doing here, we're also speculating. You don't know for a fact as to what was said.
Yeah.
Everybody,
Okay, speculate.
everybody
But we
Let's
know,
hear
their
it.
we
tickets.
know.
Even in Labour Party, I'm sure will be paid. Said to some people.
Well, I don't know of that.
No, he said to
Of
okay.
course,
How do you know
I
Tinubu?
think Pato Tome
How do
just
you
stepped
know
down for him.
Tinubu's own?
I don't know of that. I
No,
don't know. Maybe
let's hear your logic,
So-
rational mind.
Is that my logic? What am I saying?
Yeah, whatever it is,
So
let's have it.
my point is this: of course, there must have been some kind of form of negotiation or some kind of understanding that okay, if you give me this ticket, whatever, we're going to do this together in my government. We're going to do this together. Ganduje, El-Rufai, all of you, I'll bring you guys on board. I mean, there must have been some kind of, but what exactly is the content of that negotiation or what?
Yes,
I don't know.
but whatever those
What is the strategy
negotiations,
there?
yes, whatever those negotiations are, I'm pretty sure Rotimi Amechi would have been equally able to accede to them. Yemi Osinbajo would have acceded to them.
Okay.
Whoever else, so
Lawan would have done it
Lawan would have done. So those deals, they were deals that almost certainly everybody in the field, the senior places, they would have agreed to. But how come it was Tinubu that they
I will
dealt
tell you
with?
now. Thank you very good. It was a good question you asked. Now, Tinubu, for me, you look at Tinubu as
we're getting some. I think it's from Patrick. Yeah. Oh yeah, carry on.
For me, I've if you look at it, Tinubu seems to be more of somebody that they feel they can work with. I tell you, El-Rufai somebody that they don't trust this guy, Osinbajo. They don't trust Amechi. They don't trust them. They don't know what these guys can do. But they feel that Tinubu, there's so many indices that they must have considered for them to have, okay, let us work with Tinubu. Either they are genuine about it or not. I'm yet to still really prove that. But what I feel is this, that number one, Tinubu is a Muslim. He can dance to them, dance to their tune. Number two, Tinubu has more clout.
Kaya Defayemi is a Christian. Kaya Defayemi is a Christian.
That's not the point. The point, even Kaya Defayemi,
Lawan is a Northerner and is a Muslim and is one of them.
Before the primaries, they've said that power must shift to the south. That's the position of the governors. They've all agree on that. So who among these governors, who among these candidates that will emerge from the south, is left for them to now negotiate with that person. I think that's what happened. And they felt Tinubu is more viable. That's how I see it. That's my perception of what led the governors to have worked with Tinubu. Because they don't trust, like you were talking about. He doesn't regard, he has no regard for.
Okay, rational mind. With all the primaries over, with APC being the bad, being the crazy party, I was going to call it the bastard party that it is right now. How come, in spite of all the odds against APC, Tinubu finds himself coasting to victory? Isn't that brain power?
Well, at least it's in the prime position.
Is the forefront. You can't be in denial of that.
Because he is who he is. He's a strategist.
Exactly. He gets results.
And you're telling us it's debilitating.
I know you say it's incapacitated.
My brother, a strategist like that is what we need in international politics.
Listen. In fact, you're bringing another point, another angle I want to bring into discussion, but I won't do that because of time. Because I need to bail very soon. You see,
you've been needing to bail for the last 3 hours.
Yeah,
but we've gone to the end anyway. So just wait for closing remarks.
I'll be doing that very soon.
Real
quick. If you listen to Article today, I don't want to go into that, but if you listen to Article today, Article strike me as more presidential. My only beef with him is that he's a Fulani guy who is going to succeed on that Fulani guy. That is why I won't. He has the best. I think he's more, because he said something today that really he talked about his foreign policy. His foreign policy makes sense. And I've not seen Tinubu talk about
what's his foreign policy?
How to tackle the insecurity.
Right.
He said he has been having conversation with some West African, some African leaders, African leaders, and he said something about bringing about some kind of eco-monk, Ecomong, what Ecomong did in Liberia and all of that. Hold on. You might giggle at that. It sounds like it's something we've seen before. But he sounded like somebody who has a grasp of.
Tell us what he said now. You are saying he has a grasp.
We know it's all talk. We know. But what I'm trying to say is that I'm here to see Tinubu's foreign policy.
Yeah, but you've not told us what Atiku said now.
I'll just give you an example. When it comes to hold on. Insecurity and how to bring about economic cohesion, whereby it would promote. Nigeria will take its status among the African in the continent of Africa.
That's not foreign policy now. So let us hear about the foreign policy.
Is that not foreign policy? That's part of foreign policy. What do you understand by foreign policy?
No, that foreign policies are guidelines and principles that will guide Nigeria's relationship with international community. That's foreign policy. So saying that you're going to make Nigeria the envy of international community, that's foreign policy.
That's an aspirational something.
He's telling you.
Rational mind. Have you read Tinubu's manifesto? Have you read his manifesto?
I read a little bit, not all. I read a little bit.
Then, so why are you talking? So you don't know what's in there about his foreign policy, so you can't say it doesn't have foreign policy.
You mean Tinubu?
Yes.
I read a little bit of his.
Okay, then if you read it like I've read it, he addresses his foreign policy.
Kulata, you want to take us into another discussion? I don't want us to veer from what we
you opened up the space now.
You opened up the space.
Okay, all right. I opened it up. Good. I agree with you. Tinubu is kind of economic policy and everything is Nigerian centric, which I have no problem with that.
But you said you've not read it now, so how have you concluded that?
Listen. I've not really ready to understand the whole total of everything.
Then how have you concluded?
Then why are you making categorical statements on something you don't know?
I've read it. I would say 80% of it I've read.
You just said you haven't.
No. I said I have, but I've not read everything. Even Atiku, I've read a bit of it because those two guys, I just feel for me, I read it. I was saying 80%, and Atiku maybe like.
You're struggling, rational mind. You're struggling.
No. I'm not struggling. I'm talking about Atiku. Atiku is giving because I'm not.
You've still not told us what his foreign policy is, and you have.
I'll just give you an example.
Like what?
His foreign policy on Africa.
Which is what? Yeah, what
he said is going to bring about some kind of when it comes to security. The Sahel there's going to be a way they're going to they'll bring a multinational.
We have that already.
Where do you have that? Is it functioning? What is Bubu doing?
What do you mean is it functioning? There's times that are the Chadians or whatever, they will chase the Boko Haram.
What's the status now? What's the status now?
What's that?
After the death of Idris Deby, what was the status? Don't make me go into that with you, woman. If one of us was going to that debate,
but it's an existing space already. It's not an innovation.
How is it functioning?
Is it?
It's not functioning.
It's a protracted and a convoluted space.
Thank you. That's what you said. That's just the reason why it's not functioning. But he said he's in talks.
No. The terrorism and the insurgency is a complex thing. Because what you are saying, Atiku is proposing is not new or innovative.
I said it before,
and it's something that is already currently in situation.
I said it's not. Get me, one man. I said.
So is he going to carry on Buhari's policies? Is that what he's saying?
One man, I get you. I know it's not new because I said it before. I started telling you about what is. I said it. We've had it before, but what I'm saying is I've not had Tinubu. Tinubu is Nigerian centric. He says he's going to employ. He talks about bringing in technology, which is part of it, bringing in employing more hands within Nigeria. If you want to you want to protect your own borders and your external foes are in the other borders of the other people. He has not said anything about talking about the West African region. I want to hear him say that. You get it?
That's you say West African region.
He needs to talk about more about how he's going to work with his neighboring countries. Because that's part of his foreign policy. So my point is this: you see, one man and the rest. Please, don't get me wrong. I like us to talk about ideas like this. Let us go past this. His hand is shaking, whatever. These kind of things. These are the things, kind of topic I want us to scrutinize and talk more on it. So my point in conclusion is this: that Tinubu is a strategist. I agree. I give it to him, but that does not translate to he being able to govern that space called Nigeria. because it's kind of.
Well, he has governed successfully before, so he has antecedents in performance.
Only in a small space called Lagos State.
Yeah, nobody has experience of governing Nigeria. Who has experience of governing Nigeria in the field?
Well, I'll give it to Atiku.
Atiku was a vice president.
He was a vice president, yeah, but he was more authority than even was his name, than even a governor, because he was a vice president.
What do you mean?
He led an economic team.
And his principal said that he didn't do well.
Well,
he was vice president. He was not a successful vice president. His principal, in short, if we go by his record, his principal finished. His principal said he was a thief.
I agree with
that. And he said he
documented it, and that book is permanent. 100 generations will read it.
Patrick, about 4 months ago, Obasanjo said he had 2 regrets in life. One of them is Atiku.
Well, man, I agree. Anything you say about Atiku, I agree. But what I'm just saying is that when it comes to national politics, to be in the hands of affairs, number 2 man, Atiku has that edge.
No, number 2 man is not at the helms of affairs.
He knows the inner running of a president. Listen, he knows the inner running of a presidency. Tinubu has to come now and start learning that. I'm not saying that should be an impediment to anybody becoming a president. But my point is this: he's a strategist, I give it to him. But my point is his current state of mind, his health.
How can a strategist have a problem with his mind? A strategist is someone who thinks through problems and come up with solutions.
It's a different ball game. What you're talking about? Okay, all those things.
No. That's a contradiction. Just like my brother just said. You see, when you say someone is a strategist, that means that man has a power of clear thinking through problems or situations, and coming out with measures.
A chess player. He's anticipated multiple moves. That's a chess player.
A multi-level thinker.
Would you consider rational mind that maybe it's you that is not getting it? Because you think everybody else is
I'm very clear. I
think you should stop using the word strategist. Just say he's not a strategist.
One man, there's a day here you said something. It says you are clear in what you're talking about, and the other people are clear. Yeah. When you said that, I really thought about it. I am clear in what my view as to Tinubu and what I view as to. I might be wrong. It's possible. You might be wrong.
But people are identifying. A prejudice in your.
What is the prejudice, one man?
Because you seem to be scrambling.
Prejudice.
No, your argument is
you're scrambling.
Your argument.
You went from his clothes to his state of mind. And then to that his daughter is 61, and then we've gone through his age, and then we've gone through his name, and now you've gone to foreign policy.
You're just trying to say all this.
Like
my brother, rational mind. You're arguing
to hold on.
Rational mind. You are arguing against yourself.
I'm not arguing.
With the choice of words you are using. Arguing does not. There's nothing wrong with arguing.
It's just
what I'm saying is that.
I don't want to say things.
The argument is against yourself.
If I'm reticent, I'm kind of like stuttering in a way the way you might perceive I'm stuttering, because I'm holding back to speaking in a way that sounds something that comes offensive, because I have a tendency to flare up sometimes.
So
because you have a
rational mind. You are speaking well.
Yeah,
your tone is okay, everything is okay. But what we are saying is that, and you are making an argument. What we are saying is that in your argument, you are arguing against yourself. You say someone is a strategist, and you say you have a problem with his mind.
I'm trying to agree with you. Listen, Patrick.
No, you don't have to agree with us.
Listen.
You don't have to just push forward your argument.
Can you not identify the inherent contradiction in that statement?
My kind of person, I'm fair. I look at things from different angles. I don't just stick to one thing. You people give credit to me. He's a strategist. Is for that reason, can he not? I can understand he's a strategist. I agree with you. He's a strategist.
But I'm not even saying he's a strategist.
You said he's a strategist.
You are saying he's a strategist.
Oh my goodness!
And you say you have problem with his mind.
You treat to me. You said being a strategist. Do I not see that as something that could make him to be fit to govern? That you say because he was able to defeat the machinery of Bubu and Amado Lawa and
the machinations of
Osinbajo.
backed by his daddy GO and all of them.
And
He
so,
defeated all of them.
It's so funny. Tinubu's manifesto has a full section on foreign policy, and here is Rational Mind saying he only addresses local.
Can you give it to us?
Of course, I mean, active diplomacy to end conflict in sub-Saharan Africa within the sub-region, strengthen the diplomatic and military cooperation to fight against transnational terrorism. We shall do this by institutionalizing more frequent meetings of foreign affairs defense ministers in the sub-region. Our objective will be to defer cross-border movement of terrorists and to establish measures to keep non-African terrorist organizations out of West Africa. Within ECOWAS, work to increase internal sub-regional trade, promote joint industrialization and joint infrastructure, lead Africa and seek. I mean, there's so I can't even read everything. It's too long.
Was Atiku as expansive as that?
This is an old chapter.
Atiku told you Ecomog, Abi.
Also,
man,
Atiku has something. Hold on,
man, guys, reduce. Honestly, just reduce the
pressure.
Honestly, try.
Hold on. If you read Atiku's manifesto on foreign policy, it is similar to what you just read too.
Oh, okay, read it to us. Have you read it? Don't say, and if I haven't said you haven't.
Yeah, I skimmed through it.
Yeah, that is I haven't read it.
But or what Rational Mind? Rational Mind just raise up your hands. Or what?
I know. I have.
Wait, now, Rational Mind
here against me.
You just spent an hour now saying you didn't have a foreign policy.
All of you one by one. I won't.
Rational Mind. You wanted to dribble past. No, you wanted to dribble past people. Were forgetting that people you are trying to dribble past, they are computer. Immediately you try something.
Being a computer does not make them to be.
Rational Mind. You didn't read. Wait now. You didn't read down foreign policy of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
And you concluded you didn't have one.
No way.
I did not.
No way you would have read that and you will commit that kind of blunder in saying this guy doesn't have foreign policy. It's impossible.
I said I'm yet to see his foreign policy.
Yeah, yes, to see it. That's down to you not making the effort to read it now. Who is that down to? You didn't bother to read it.
Sometimes, if, like I said, like you usually say, I speak in soundbite, and I like to say that too. I speak in beats, and it's because I just don't want to say too much, and then I'm not able to keep track of what I'm saying. Atiku, hold on.
Mind, do this. Just put your surrender.
Honestly, stop digging. Just stop digging. Stop
digging what? I mean, we're having a conversation.
We're having a conversation, but your contradiction is enormous.
Is that what you want to be talking?
Do you concur? Do you concur with the Tinubu's foreign policy as read to us excellently by Kulata?
It's 5 pages. I only read it.
It sounds good on paper. It sounds good on paper, and it's good.
All right. Is it all right?
Listen, I concur with it. But can Tinubu come and sit down and articulate it like articulate?
Does he have to? Does he even have to? Should we go to hire people that are going to do it?
You go.
It's a working document. Do you know what the working document
Rational Mind.
Why is he going around? Why is he going around?
Rational Mind. A CEO has a vision and hires people that will execute the work for him.
No.
A CEO is not a master of every subject matter.
And I don't think
he should not be a master. That is why he has to go to
is articulating anything.
That is why he has to go to
What is the articulation in saying Ecomog?
Mudaro.
It's unbelievable. We just spent an hour just scratching our head.
So why? Okay. Listen, guys. You live in the United Kingdom. Not that you live here in the United States. Now, if we try to assume that all these presidential candidates, they have all this their stuff, all this their paper and everything in their manifestos, why do we have them to come and speak before the people and debate it? Why do we have them? Why can't I just tell people go and sit down and read my manifesto?
Why is it? Hold on. So sorry. Let me just address that space. Sorry, Kulata. Tinubu has been going around town halls defending his manifesto. He did that in front of Dangote, Lumelu, etc. He did that in a business summit in Kaduna just the other day. I think he was in Minna today, Niger State, defending the manifesto again. You know,
because he has not done it before in PDP media house. Is that
no. You see how you people spin this thing around?
Or has he not been doing that?
I'm yet to hear him speak about this thing. I'm saying.
But have you gone to watch those videos? Because they are press people there and they ask him questions.
You see, that's another thing people you're doing here again. All those people that he organized, those are his own party people.
No, they're press people.
You don't want well,
they're press people.
Okay, so Dangote and the rest, they are his own party.
People that he choose. People that he choose, right? Why can't you give him?
So wait, are the questions they ask him relevant questions or not, or have you bothered to watch it at all?
You see, if you haven't watched it, say you haven't watched it.
You people are just excusing. I mean, you see, you people are doing what you do best. I mean, you batify people. I don't. Yeah, I don't want.
Batify. Look at
now it's personal attacks on us now.
Play the ball, not the man. Play the ball, not the man.
That's it now.
It's now a dominance now.
Look at dominance.
Oh, batify. You see, you people, you just talk to this.
Rational mind. Just
do this now. Hands off.
I will not do that. Why would I do that? I will not do that because I still believe
you've been cornered.
No, you people make sense with your. I mean, you have sound arguments.
But what about you? Do you make sense? You make that decision. Have you made sense?
I make sense. It's just because you guys are more than me here, and your voice seems to everybody. You just keep getting slapped for everywhere. You one man, and then Patrick give me another one from the
back. In this conversation, we managed to shrink the age of his daughter from 60 to 46.
Well, you said it now. I'm yet to see that. You said it that it's 46. I'm yet to see that. I'm going to look because the one people have been online.
Rational man. Have you seen that base picture? Show the picture, baby. Have you seen the babe? It looks I refer to that lady as a babe.
Yeah,
to me because it's not more than a lady I can toast or something.
I know she looks younger than 60. She looks like somebody
just by the logic that Kulata just invited you to follow through. If Tinubu's daughter is 61, then if we are knowing the Yoruba space that on average you'll be having children around about, let's say, even 23, 24. So how would that make Tinubu for him to have a 61-year-old daughter?
That means Tinubu is the same age with Obasanjo. Older than Babangida.
Did they even look at it in that way?
Wow.
The same age with Abiola.
Well, it sounds. I mean, your logic. I mean,
you call yourself rational mind, or apply the rational mind.
I said, I seem to concur with what you just said, but that's not even my point.
Then put your hands up and surrender.
No. I won't surrender.
You know that woman got married to an Ekiti man. Are you aware of that? Do you want us to start telling you about the family of the man he got married to?
How old is the man?
Anyway.
Go and check the man's age. The man got married to an Ekiti.
The man is probably 98.
and his friend is on Facebook. I don't want to mention him publicly, but I can tell you his friend privately.
Rational man.
I'm sure his name is public.
You see, guys. For me, I see your points, and I know your points are noted, well noted. I note them, and it makes sense to me. But my point still remains. That's not even my argument. I'm just showing that because of what Patrick said, that there are so many questions around his origin. That is even by the side. But my point, I keep arguing, is
switch on your cameras, rational mind, and we all want to see you in this position. Hands up and surrender. That's just it.
I've so many times tried to turn on my camera here on this device.
No, you don't have to. You don't have to.
Back to the backstage because I don't know what is wrong with my camera. I don't know. It says it's not connected to my device here. I don't know what is wrong. My laptop.
I think the rational mind. The only thing you just say is, "I hate the man."
We know that
and
already.
That's it. It's okay. It's just that's perfectly okay.
Why would you say I hate him? I don't hate him.
He doesn't hate the man. He doesn't hate the man.
I
loathe him.
No, you loathe him. Then you loathe him.
I quarrel with his politics and his state of mind right now. His health right now.
You can't question that state of mind. We've debunked that now.
I don't want to see.
No, you can question his health, but not his state of mind.
You can say it's frail.
You can say it's frail looking.
That's fine. That's fine.
But not his state of mind.
But not his mind.
Well, when I say state of mind, I question his ability to use his mind. I mean,
but just like he's a strategist now.
He called him a strategy, and we confirm that he's delivering results that matters.
That is why I keep arguing here. Hold on. In conclusion, let me just say this in conclusion, and I will just keep quiet. Maybe we can round up. My
yes,
point
we
is
will.
that being a strategist who can play intra-party politics and you succeed within your party is different from you being able to govern a space. That is just my point.
But he has governed the space.
He has
before.
governed a space. I agree.
Successfully.
And he's also the
He was more
extended,
younger.
the
Then he was
honorary
more
governor
younger.
of Lagos till date. And
Hold
Lagos
on.
is achieving.
He's more younger. He's more younger when he governed that space in Lagos.
Now he's still the honorary governor now.
I agree. I agree.
Is he no longer the honorary
He's the de facto
governor?
leader there. I know. He's the de facto
Okay.
leader.
And isn't Lagos the most best managed state in the country?
Oh, okay.
Is there a better managed state?
Now, you see, when you start opening all these things, there you start continue to make us talk. So, considering his mind, his health, I don't want the commander in chief that every time they have to take him to France and to the UK and go get medical care. I don't want that. I want a commander in chief like Obasanjo when he was there. He was always on top of his game.
Obasanjo in his first term was outside the country.
How long now?
50% of the time.
How long now?
50% of the time was outside the country.
This is what you batified on here. This is what you do best. You always look
for... complain, but that's fine. Continue. Complain. Me, I no go complain.
That's the batified now. I mean, no be batified.
But you know that time, Obasanjo was... They were petitioning Obasanjo that time that he was spending too much time outside.
Obasanjo was outside the country half of the time, begging us from international agencies.
Don't rewrite history here, Kulata. Don't rewrite history.
Go and check it now.
You are rewriting.
But not for health issue.
Not for health issue, but outside the country all the time.
So National Assembly was questioning him. Everybody was questioning him.
So what was he doing? Was he going for?
And that was when Atiku was busy stealing, making the country dry.
You see. That's another good example you're giving there. But in his own case, he wasn't going for, I want to go and take care of myself. He was going for political, begging for debt relief, talking to those people that can help Nigeria to have debt relief so that you can bring.
No. That's another argument. I think PDP have sold, my brother. Wait. Let me just, I'm not condemning you. PDP, they have sold that lies a lot. Obasanjo did not get debt relief. That debt relief was an offering.
Okay.
Because of the millennium, when in the year 2000, Professor Jeffrey Sachs was an advisor to United Nations, and they felt the only way to help the third world was to cancel debts. So Professor Jeffrey Sachs was using this rock musician in Europe, Bono. That debt relief was a global thing. It was championed by Jeffrey Sachs and Bono. And they were able to bring...
I remember that thing now. Thank you.
They were able to bring Bill Clinton on board, and you will be surprised the person that eventually helped them to nail that thing was Billy Graham, that evangelist in the US.
Okay.
All right. So that debt relief was offered to every country. So, but in Nigeria's case, they now say, okay, if you can pay a part of it,
okay,
we will just give it. So they just paid and they just cleared everybody. Say, Obasanjo paid all our debt. It's not true.
Agreed. If that's what happened, what I'm saying is this. What I'm saying
PDP cannot sell that domain.
He did not go for medical care. He went for economic reasons, begging for whatever it is, asking for foreign investors, laundering Nigerian image abroad, the battered Nigerian image from the military era, trying to reshape that image so that they could see us as a democratic. I know what Obasanjo did. Maybe this one you're talking about, debt relief, maybe we were sold lies, like you said. But I know he had a role to play. He had a role, but however it is, he had a role to play in the debt reduction or forgiveness of Nigeria.
No. Go and read End of Poverty. Go and read End of Poverty by Jeffrey Sachs.
Okay, I will
the
look
book is online.
So my point,
my number is on the chat.
Oh, okay.
If you chat me up, I can send you a soft copy of that book.
Okay, I will look at I will just write it down.
Ola, please. I'm trying to chat you up, Ola.
The de facto governor of Lagos, that is and they shake, is managed to bring Lekki Seaport. He's managed to turn a flooded VI into
created Banana Island.
He's bringing another seaport to Badagry. He's managed to attract Dangote to Lekki Free Trade Zone. He envisaged Lekki Free Trade Zone, brought it. He's managed to bring train like Hong Kong. He's the de facto governor, so don't
everybody is
right.
matching rational mind, but he has his own
his belief is valid, though. If that's what he believes, I think what you could do is to convince him that it's not.
No, we don't have to convince him.
No, it's impossible to. It's
some people
impossible
believe
to
there are
convince
aliens in
Rashomon.
Atlanta. Some people believe there are aliens in Atlanta. It's also valid. So I don't have to convince
You know,
anybody.
there's a guy here. There's a guy you may well know him. He's a UK guy, but is well known. It's called David Icke. He believes that the royal family, that they are reptilians.
Exactly.
They are lizard people. They are shapeshifters.
So,
and he will argue to you. We will argue with you for 24 hours, non-stop.
So are you saying I must be not for me to be arguing?
You say
I must be not like that guy.
No, it's not. So it's a sharp brain, but he will tell you, and by the time of it, you will start to think that the royal family, they are reptilian shapeshifters, just like David.
One man, I was saying in conclusion. So guys, for me, I just believe being a strategist in an intra-party politics, the way he does, and he does a very good job at it, and which has led to his own emergence as a presidential candidate for his party, does not translate for me. Does not translate to being able to govern that space, because he has a lot to deal with. His health is one thing I can't go past. His health.
Your concern is valid.
It's a valid concern. It's Frail. Fine.
Your concern is valid. As a true Nigerian, your fear is really valid. And if you ask that question, if the person who is going to lead you is, is of sound mind and at the same time has the capacity to do the job. However, that doesn't mean that is true. Okay, we're not the psychiatrist. We can't diagnose him. We're not a doctor. We cannot diagnose him. But at the same time, your concern is valid, sir.
And surprisingly, my own concern is that Obi is physically okay, but I have problem with his mind. I don't think.
That is where the real concern is.
My concern for Obi is his mind.
People have told me to stop using the word dumb on this platform.
Exactly. His mind. The fact that he's not blowing his speech, the fact that he does not speak slowly, does not mean that he's not. He's not.
This is how I categorize.
I haven't seen any extremism in Obi's plans, though. I mean, his
mind is not working well.
Have you seen Obi's plan?
It doesn't have the quickness of thought. It's not. There's nothing that the Obi has demonstrated to show a capacity for big thoughts.
This is how I see. I see Tinubu as a visionary. I see him as a visionary, someone that can envision something and make it happen.
He's very daring.
I see Obi as a pragmatic person, meaning
but at the pedestrian level.
At the pedestrian level,
bread and butter pragmatism.
So if I want to offer Obi as a recipe, I'll offer Obi when we have an economic boom, because that means he'll be able to carefully manage the resources. Because I don't think he has the ability to expand the resources. I think Tinubu on a healthy day can expand our resources because he's demonstrated the ability to do it. And his solutions are enduring.
And he has the bravity to take on epic projects. And just too many examples, just too many examples. And those epic projects, they open up economic spaces. They are quantum leaps. And we need quantum leaps in Nigeria. We can't move at a pedestrianized rate when the world is charging.
I built 800 kilometers of road. I gave some hospital money. I built one teaching hospital, 15 buildings.
Go and verify.
Those are not expansive things. Those are not like they're not.
You know what, Kulata? I think what Nigeria needs, or the kind of president Nigeria needs, is yes, you're right. Obi is pragmatic, but at the same time,
pragmatic. I give that.
We need somebody who is a build, a link or a bridge
builder
who is able to link governance with politics. Because you see, no matter how robust, how cool your plan is, we have some elements in our society that will derail your plans. Because they would do. I mean.
But Obi is also susceptible to that.
You see, what I remember is Obi's pragmatism solely is based on Obi, is meaning like is a one-man show. And you cannot have a one-man show in federal government. You can do that in Anambra, but you cannot pull that off in the federal
and we
government.
saw that in the documents of his impeachment.
In this
it was
impeachment document.
Yes, it was essentially he just became like an emperor,
You can't do that in the federal government of Hausa, Fulani, Yoruba.
Let me add this to your point. Just call him a micro-manager because
exactly.
I was trying to manage his state,
but you guys,
by himself.
But you guys,
it simply means that all the ministerial position, Obi will be the one that will be managing. Just imagine Obi as the Lagos State governor, you now managing Ministry of Justice. You could have killed what the like of Aushibajo did here. You could have silenced the like of Fashola. You could have silenced the like of Arebeshola because you will want to do everything yourself. A micromanager is not the person that the country needs as of now. That's my opinion.
It can't even work. It can't work. It's not even whether you need it or not. It can't work in an heterogeneous
It's not even a Democrat. It's not even a Democrat. How can you be a governor for that length of time and you didn't organize local government election? I mean, that's a constitutional blunder. What kind of a man is that? So who was managing all those local government funds?
Well, you guys are not failing.
He didn't organize local government election.
You guys are failing to put.
And people are not asking him that question.
You see, you guys. It's easy for you to say all of this. You know,
did he organize local government election?
Yeah, I will answer that question.
Did he?
Now, hold on. He had a state of House of Rep that are entirely against him, that are from the other party. They are totally against him. So he has.
So that means you shouldn't conduct local government election.
Hold on.
Constitutional duty.
We need to factor context into all of this.
No, so based on the context, that means is that a basis for not doing what the Constitution?
Okay. If he had acted like this guy in Edo State that shut down the whole House of Rep, how would that have played out?
He would have been a bad guy too.
It's still wrong.
He would have been a bad guy too.
In a situation whereby a good person, I mean, let me not say he's a good person, but a governor is trying to do what is right as far as his manifesto or whatever he promises people, his social contract with the people, he's trying to do that. And there's some people who also have the equal right like him, who can make his life miserable. They won't allow him. He has no other recourse than to.
So if I promise my parents I'm going to get I'm going to get first class, so that means I should go and cheat to get the first class.
No, don't.
You can't justify the evil of one person by citing the wrong of another person. You can't justify the wrong of one person by citing the wrong of another person.
All right, gentlemen, we're fast approaching the 6-hour mark, so you know what that means. And this conversation could go on. So it got interesting just about it was interesting all the way through, but certainly. Rational minds in fusion. So rational mind, this is it. We're still waiting. This is what you have to do. Okay. Mogba.
You know me very well. I will never put that hands up. I will never get to that.
Mogba is what we want to hear. But until we await that, let's start to round off, of course, to land on Kulata in this instance, in the absence of Ajanle Koko. So we seek to round off to land on Kulata. And gentlemen, if you can just condense it just as much as you can.
Yeah, let me just take a go. Let me have a go.
Okay, we kick it off with you. Rational. You want to go and you want to? I'm sure you are going to have a shower after this. You must feel beaten.
No, I'm already set. I just have my scarf and everything. Anyway, for me, I think like I said. I don't know what was that topic we even discussed today, but let's just leave that. So, a lot of things we said, yeah. So, in conclusion, well, everybody thumbs up. This is a platform where we all should be allow people to hear their position and make known their position, like one man did. Thumbs up and share. Well, for me, in conclusion, I just want to say, my hope is to have a separate Yoruba nation. That's my dream. I believe Nigeria is not going to work. It will never work with the kind of people we have there right now. Especially there are people from the north. Their kind of politics. It doesn't. We cannot allow this. And if we do allow it, then we continue with this kind of backwardness that we find ourselves. There's much to say on that. I just can't articulate my thoughts right now. So, Woman, thank you so much. Hopefully, I will join you guys in the next session.
All right, brilliant. A real delight. So that's Rational Mind who illuminated the space up. But then everybody, of course, illuminates the space. Let's go from Rational Mind to World Peace. World Peace, Kanachawa.
My
All right.
country people,
Oh,
I agree to
yeah.
now. Sorry, one man. I was trying to quickly blend my smoothie.
Oh,
Okay.
do you want me to do you want me to come back to you or?
No. Let me just.
Oh, okay, go on.
Let me just. Give us. It was a very great day today. First of all, panelist people, I agree to now. When I click like, share, thumbs up, and buy the coffee as I talk before. Do what I say, not what I do. The dog will buy my own. It will be booyaka. Anyway, it was a nice topic today, and I greet everybody. And I'm going to talk much. Cannot get you to talk again. All the super brain for the panelists don't give their action. So now no can't make anything again. That for me to just only for me to just borrow from it, keep up beside my archives. I thank Unawawe, I thank Kulata, I thank National Mind, I thank my brother Sawarele and one man himself. And this guy now they come now, not big guys, Oga Sad. This Oga they come now. This for the second time. I greet you. So one man, I'll be out from here now, and I will see you guys again.
What piece? How is your song? We're used to hearing him in the background anytime we hear you. Has he come to bed?
No, the mom took him out. I didn't even tell you what I didn't sleep since yesterday till today. Guess what? Can you guess?
What happened?
My kids all they have flu. They turned me to how will I say it, like a whiz bee. They were throwing on me like crazy back and forth. It started from the third girl. When that one subsided, the second girl start. Then last night, my eldest daughter start. Oh, they're picking on me. I've changed my sofa.
Are you in winter now? Where you are?
Yeah, we're winter. Yeah, this November food that's always happening in Japan. So they all got it. I don't know if their mother that passed it to them.
Do you have a culture of flu jabs? We have culture.
Yeah, we had that. Saying we have it here. We start from November.
You're gonna take an injection for the flu.
Yeah. We take it, but the first time I got it and the last time I got it was 2018. I think I was eating that much of that food. When I got that flu,
I've never taken it, because I have a Gesara. You know what a Gesara is?
Yeah, so
I've been fortified in the traditional way.
Yeah, but lucky for me, I didn't take injection. I got it. The flu here, when you get the flu, you really don't take any. If you get it, you don't take any medicine. It comes and goes by himself. At most 2 days, it's gone. But you only take injection before it to prevent it. But once it comes, there's nothing you can do. No medication. You just can't get them fever, running stomach. They want to pull, they throw up. Their stomach will be upset and all that. It's only smart in 1 mile. My body don't full for vomit since.
Don't worry.
Yeah,
it's a delight. It's all part of.
Yeah, they're sleeping. I'm their children's room. They're 2 of them sleeping here. The second girl went with my wife and my son. And yesterday was a school birthday. That this is a parent school meeting. So she went in the morning. So I was at home with 4 of them. Jesus Christ.
You wanted to jump out of the window, Abby. Sometimes some of these kids they run you so wild. You just want to open the door, start to run, and never stop. Just run. But what can you do? That's part of the
it was hell. My son was calling my wife like 24/7. She couldn't pay on the phone. It was hell for me. But it's all good now. They are okay now and they are sleeping here and they are fine. I thank you, my people. One man, thank you so much. I will see you again tomorrow. Kulata, I greet you.
I did tell you to. I did tell you to drop your.
Yes, I'll drop it. I'll drop
your paper or something so we can send your daughter a little present.
Sorry, I have paper on my phone. The app is on my phone. I don't know what you want me to drop. Is it like I have to have like a routing?
No. If you have PayPal, then you just drop the email address that you have that PayPal on. So then we are just able to send your daughter a little.
Okay, I'll do that. Maybe tomorrow this thing. I'll send it to you. I'll leave my address here. I'll leave my email for you.
All right. Or failing that, we can just get an Amazon voucher. But we'll do something. We'll do something. All right.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you all, Peace.
I'm out.
And Peace, he's out. So Peace, he's out. So Peace is out. And next up, let's go to Patrick. So Patrick, always a delight. So Patrick, now one of the voices that is emerging strongly within this space, or hopefully we hear more and more from him, Patrick, the mayor of Canada.
Yeah, thank you, my friends. We really enjoy. I personally really enjoyed this. I'm beginning to refer some of my friends to this platform, and obviously, I think they are joining now. It's a very pleasurable time I've really spent with these people here. So thank you, and I look forward to joining of you in the next session. And Ola, I dropped a chat for you, so you can chat me up.
I don't
You
chat you
come up.
already.
Okay.
You will see the artificial intelligence logo there. So when you see Roman Hopper, that's my DP.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, everybody. God bless you.
All right, brilliant. So that's Patrick. So thank you, Patrick. So still sweeping up the Canadians, we go to Ola. So Ola, you're up next.
Yeah, thanks to one man went to Mo London, July call London, or just let me just say School of Economics and Political Science. So what I mean, I just regularly I've learned something today, and one of those things I learned is how your worship rational mind, how we push rational mind boss into economy. Because you see when you come here, what we do is you come here, all those kind of mythology, all those kind of proven belief that you had before. When you come here, we help you debunk it. We help you set the record straight so that you see the right information you get. It helps the society rather than some kind of wrong belief, something that never existed that people bring to the social media and it become permanent. And direct us the wrong way. So those are the things we get. So for the benefit of this forum, I keep saying, don't let me deceive you. Even you may be schooling sometimes and you'll be shocked that you get some kind of thing there that you can even apply when you are doing some kind of maybe some class that you need some kind of fast idea, innovative idea just to apply. So what am I saying is, you come here, you learn, and see, you may not understand what you learn here until you find yourself in the situation where you need the content to learn it. So that's why I keep appealing to us. See, to thumb up is not a big issue. Just click on the lousy button and subscribe and just go your way and learn as much as possible. So thank you everybody that contributed to my learning process this evening. Again, I appreciate you. And I know the Eagles will lie. The Eagle will land tomorrow again. Thank you, everyone. See you later.
All right, brilliant. Thank you, Ola. So thank you, Ola. So that's Ola, of course. Ola needs no introduction to anyone on this platform. So thank you, Ola. So from Ola, we go next to Adewale. So Wale, closing remarks.
So this is my, I think my third time coming to this show, and it's fun. You guys are crazy. You guys are fierce. You guys are knowledgeable. You guys are something else. And I enjoy it. I have fun in listening to others with different view. And it's I believe because of the love that we have for Nigeria. That's why we do this. If not that, there will be no reason to, bring us together. However, we should be able to continue to sensitize our people back home. Election will go and come, and we're still going to have another election. So we should learn how to be tolerant and then, continue to do what we do for the greater of Nigeria. However, what I've seen so far is that, in some places, rumors and, misinformations and they're out there in the public, and we should not, no matter what, we should not let that be what, to change our mind. We continue to, have the discussion, robust discussion, and that's it.
All right, brilliant, well put. So that's it. The almost as dulcet tone as Saki Fada, but not quite. So that's Adewale, a new voice to conjure with on the platform, but the voice that does all the magic, of course, only because he has access to facts and figures. The man with the data, cool, lata.
So, thank you, one man. And I mean, you guys, I don't know why anybody will not be attracted to this platform. This is the platform where every single voice, when I think about it, every candidate is represented on this show. Everyone. You have obedience, strong obedience like Joel, like Saki Father, like Playtown. And you have strong you have Patrick, strong Tinubu, you have SDP. I can sometimes step into those shoes, but you have you have Babati, you have Atiku people, but they don't come on. But you have Kwakwansia, you have Ovie, you have Jafar, you have the OG. There's so many voices here. So anybody that tells you this platform is one thing, but it's just because their feelings are hurt when we debunk a lot of the myths. And what we do here is we debunk. We're very thorough, and then of course we have our fatherly voices, Ajanli Koko and Alexandra Gomez, to maybe kind of like guide us whenever we kind of like step out of line. Sometimes we do that very often. So there's nothing to not like about this platform, and if you like it, go and buy coffee. I personally like what's it called? Americano. So I bought my own fair share of Americano today. I intend to buy more. So I suggest you buy your own sort of latte, buy your coffee, support the platform. And if you don't have money, sometimes you can be broke. Click the like button. Click the like button. Attract other people here. Let's debate. There's nothing wrong with debate. This thing helps people at work because it sharpens your brain. It sharpens your reflexes. You can think faster. You need to think quickly so you don't look like a dummy on the platform. So I encourage everybody to join. Don't feel intimidated. Just come. Take the body blows. You won't die because of body blows. I don't see anybody that's died because of verbal blows. So one man, thanks for putting all this together. Looking forward to talking to you guys tomorrow.
You know something, Kulata? I've always speculated how people interact with the platform, and what started me to think about that was it was actually Sally B. She was saying the other day that she was watching us on the. I think it was actually once that somebody was. Sometimes when somebody is speaking, I put them on the full screen so yeah. And I think it was actually Solly that was on the screen then. And she was then saying that I'm looking at Solly on my big screen as though he was some reporter from some, and we go to our correspondents in Kabul, sort of thing, And then it set me thinking, because she was looking at it right on her telescreen.
On her TV.
And then some people will just have it, I imagine, just as a side thing as they're doing their cooking. There's several people like this. He drives trucks.
I think he drives or something.
Yes, and that's the backdrop to his to his working day. And some people will be in the garden. It's just there was somebody that was actually on a flight and I was interacting with them.
In the flight.
I think it was actually Alexander Cache, or somebody. I just speculate as to where and what people are doing as they interact with the platform, as it forms like a backdrop to their day. It's just a curious thing to speculate on, Akulata.
Yeah, and it's honestly, it's a very, very engaging platform. So many smart people. The progressives, so there's so many people that bring their brain power. They bring their brain, and the thing here is like you are not discriminated against. The only sort of discrimination you'll get is if you're saying nonsense. You will weed out. People will push against you hard. So when you come here, come prepared. Don't bring something because people are deep. Patrick is a freaking CPA for crying out loud. So are you going to bring something that requires?
There are very few people more educated than Ola.
Ola. What am I talking about? Ola is a finance guru.
His least degree just happens to be a high class engineering degree.
Ola is a finance guru too, with elect background. We have similar backgrounds. There's so many people. Ajanle Kogo looks like he's been a politician even before. So it's a deep field, and it's like when you're watching. This is like Champions League. When you do, I watched that other platform. There's one guy. He goes there to cry. God forgive me.
What's his name?
I didn't want to mention the name.
No, mention him. We all everybody knows everybody. I
Well,
think that's CM or
no,
CM.
not CM.
He
No,
said
not
that
that
is
guy.
my P.
No, there's one guy like anybody. There's one anytime he talks. And Nigeria is this. Like you say you cry every day, every day, every day, every day. You can't like change tune, talk about solutions, analyze, do something. You just cry, 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 and then you say they killed Rebecca, they killed this, they killed that. For that reason, it's like almost Bola Tinubu, Atiku killed those people, and then Peter. I mean, it's just brain numbing. Like
you know what I consider to be the highest praise that the platform has ever gotten. It didn't that, at least for me personally, it didn't actually happen on this platform. It was when I went to Rudolph's space, and then there's a guy called Roman there. He used to come here. I'm sure he's still listening in the background, and he said, "Oh, I'm one man, because you're here, I have to leave." And then now Rudolph was saying to him, "Oh, I don't know the guy." He said, "Okay, if you want to get really, really, really angry, go and listen to him." I said, "Yes, okay, job done. If I'm getting you that, if you want to get really angry, but yes, come and get really angry, because you will get really angry when you are confronted with facts and an argument." So that's it. But it's just so much fun. I enjoy it so much.
It's so much fun. Like I mean, so many things. Like who would have thought? Like what people are crying over the Obaseki to Peter Obi. They didn't know Peter Obi did it exactly to Labour Party before in the past. If it was not this platform, where would you have seen it?
Yes, and then when you bring that stumps them. They say, but that did you actually hear what Joel was saying when you said? They said, yeah, but that was in the past and this is now. What does that even mean?
What does that mean?
Even, that's meaningless, isn't it? It's just that, oh God. But Kulata, we'll reconvene tomorrow, hopefully in your company, and we do it all over again.
All right, thanks, man. See you tomorrow.
All right, brilliant. So that was Kulata, the man with the data. So that's Kulata, and that has been the session. So I leave it here. Thank you to the people who did the super chats. It was only Alexander Gomez and Des this time around. And the coffee buyers, Kulata, of course. Kulata, I think, opened up that space and was followed through by 3 others. So well done to get the opportunity to do it again in another session. So it's going to be a permanent fixture. So brace yourself for that. So I leave it there. Carry conversation and within comment section over here. Say peace.